right, Ross, thank you. We want to go to Georgia now, and Brunswick preparations are already underway to prepare for this cold weather.
Zach Wilcox joins us live now from Brunswick. And Zach, tell us how everybody's preparing.
Yeah, Jeannie, it's a little strange talking about this as I can barely keep my eyes open, squinting in the bright, sunny day that we've had today. But you just heard Ross mention that we're in for a whirlwind coming up here, and there will be a bit of an unusual sight on Sunday here along I-95 in this area because GDOT, they'll have their brining trucks out working their way up from Camden County up north, getting the interstate prepared. And all this talk about brining and ice and cold has folks around town, you know, kind of thinking the same thing. When was the last time that I saw snow?
Last week. I was in Virginia Beach.
20 plus years ago.
Yeah, right after the Causeway Bridge was built. About 1984, I think, 85, somewhere in there.
Mark Packard isn't too scared by the thought of snow. He says his New Hampshire blood still runs thick despite moving to Georgia 40 years ago, as evidenced by his shorts and boat shoes in the middle of January.
That'd be kind of interesting to see it. I don't have to get out and go anywhere, so it doesn't bother me any.
The possibility of snow early next week brought back one vivid image from the last time he remembered snow in Brunswick back in the 80s.
On Causeway was packed like this thick with snow, nobody could move. I'm not so sure I could drive it anymore. It's been a long time since I've driven in a lot of snow.
The Georgia Department of Transportation hopes to keep the major roadways functional through whatever the forecast brings.
Because a lot of our guys have been working in Atlanta too and have come home, and now we'll be working this.
Jill Nagel with GDOT says crews will likely spend the next day or two resting up in preparation for 12 on, 12 off shifts starting Sunday. She says the first priority will be covering I-95 with a salt and water mixture with some new technology to help.
That gives us the temperature, not just on the surface, but the subsurface. It's being very successful in keeping us ahead of the ice on the roadways and knowing when to put that brine down.
While they monitor the tech, folks around town can decide whether they're excited for a chance of snow or not.
It'll be fun to see it. It'll be fun to see what the reaction to the rest of the people are.
Not really the best thing, but make the best of it. Have fun if you can't go to work. Get around, have fun, stay home.
I'll leave you with this interesting nugget that I got from GDOT today. Obviously, snow plows aren't particularly prevalent in this part of the state, but they do have the ability to convert dump trucks into snow plows by slapping one on the front. So that's something that they could do should it get to that point. And they just want to make sure that they remind drivers that if you do see a truck brining or a snow plow, can't believe I'm saying that word, but if you see a brining truck or a snow plow in front of you, give them 100 feet or so, give them a wide area so they can do the work that they need to do. In Brunswick, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.
All right, Zach, or just stay home like they were saying and cook a pot of chili and put on some warm socks and stay safe. Our most accurate weather team is always on your side in the palm of your hand on the First Coast News app. If you don't have that yet, you can text the word app to 904-633-2402 and we'll send you a link so that you can download that.